Welcome to the Explainer. Have you ever wondered what's really inside the owner's manual for an airplane? Well, today, we're going behind the cockpit door to break down the single most important document on board, the pilot's operating handbook for a Piper Archer 2.
So, you open the first page and bam, this is the first thing you read. It really sets the tone, doesn't it? This isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's a serious warning. You see, every handbook is tailored to one specific aircraft, right down to its serial number. This is serious business.
Yeah, and we're not talking about your car's owner's manual here, where you learn how to change a tire. This document assumes you already know how to fly. Its whole purpose is to tell you everything you need to know to fly this particular machine safely.
People call it the Bible of the aircraft, and they are not kidding. It's not just for when things go wrong. So we're going to take a journey through a typical flight from the ground up, and we're going to use this handbook as our guide to see what it really takes to be a pilot.
All right, so what exactly is this Bible? Well, the Pilot's Operating Handbook, or POH for short, is the definitive FAA-approved guide for a single specific aircraft. And it's not optional. I mean, you literally cannot legally fly the plane unless this book is on board.
The handbook provides all the data, all the numbers, but it makes one thing crystal clear right from the get-go. When it's all said and done, the ultimate responsibility for safety rests on the shoulders of one person, the pilot in command.
So, with that in mind, let's start our journey exactly where every single pilot does, on the ground, long before the engine ever roars to life.
The very first step is what's known as the pre-flight ritual. It's the super meticulous walk-around inspection, and the POH is the ultimate guide, the ultimate checklist.
And when we say walk around, this isn't, just kicking the tires. This is a systematic, hands-on inspection of the entire airplane. You're physically running your hands over the propeller looking for nicks, you're draining a little fuel to check for water, and you're making sure every single control surface moves freely and correctly.
Now, to know the plane, you have to know its stats. But check this out. Look at the fuel. See that? 50 gallons total, but only 48 are usable. Why? Because if you're in a steep climb, the fuel lines might not be able to reach those last 2 gallons. It's a tiny detail, but it's absolutely critical. A pilot can only plan their flight based on the usable fuel. Now, this is one of the most fascinating parts of the pre-flight: weight and balance. Get this, the very same airplane can be 2 different types of aircraft, all depending on how you load it. In the normal category, it's heavier, meaning more stress on the airframe, so no aerobatics. But if you load it lighter into the utility category, it's certified for maneuvers like steep turns. The POH tells you exactly where that line is.
Okay, pre-flight's done. Our hypothetical flight is now airborne. The pilot's focus totally shifts now, from the physical plane to the strict operating limits laid out in the POH. These are the absolute hard and fast rules of the sky.
Rule number 1, the big one, is VNE, the never exceed speed. And they mean never. This isn't a suggestion like a speed limit on the highway. This is an engineering hard limit. Going faster than 171 miles per hour could literally cause the plane to break apart.
Then you've got VNO, the maximum structural cruising speed. The POH is super specific here. You should only go faster than this in perfectly smooth air. And why is that? Well, imagine hitting a big pocket of turbulence at high speed. The stress on the wings can be so immense it could push them beyond what they were designed to handle. But here's the brilliant part. You don't have to have all these numbers perfectly memorized in a moment of stress. They're translated into a simple, color-coded system right there on the airspeed indicator. Green is your normal range. Yellow is the caution zone for smooth air. And that red line, that's the absolute limit. It's a lifesaver.
So far, so good. Our flight's been totally smooth. But flying is all about being prepared for when things aren't smooth. And for that, we turn to maybe the most important part of the handbook, Section 3, Emergency Procedures. It's even marked with a red tab so you can flip to it instantly.
So let's ask the big question. What happens in one of the most critical emergencies a pilot could ever face? The engine just quits mid-flight. There's no time to think or guess. The response has to be instant, and it comes straight from the POH.
The checklist is calm, it's methodical, not panicked. You try the simple stuff first. Switch fuel tanks, turn on the backup fuel pump, make the fuel mixture rich, and add carb heat to melt any potential ice. If none of that works, your mission changes instantly. You trim the plane for its best glide speed, 87 miles per hour, to give yourself the most time possible in the air. and you start looking for a place to land. It's all muscle memory.
And it's not just engine failure. The detail here is just incredible. It covers in-flight fires, total electrical system failures, even the precise steps for how to recover from a disorienting aerodynamic spin. It just goes to show you the insane level of preparedness you need to be a pilot.
Okay, so we've navigated the rules, we're prepared for the worst, and now it's time to bring our flight home. And how does our journey through the handbook end? You guessed it, with another methodical checklist.
Landing is just as critical as takeoff, and it's governed by another clear, simple list. You make sure you're on the fullest fuel tank, you set your flaps for landing, and you make the mixture rich. That last one gives you maximum power just in case you have to abort the landing and go around. Every single step is about making that touchdown safe and predictable.
So when you look at all of this one book for this one small plane, it just gives you this profound appreciation for the skill, the discipline, and the knowledge behind every single flight. If this is the level of detail for an Archer 2, can you even imagine the library of manuals it takes to fly a jumbo jet? It really puts the immense weight of command into perspective. Thanks for watching.